Hey, what is up, you guys? It is Tyler. Welcome back to the Tyler Williams channel, and welcome to another video. We have All Elite Wrestling Dynamite having their 2-week long special coming up tomorrow and July the 8th. That is Fyter Fest, and we're going to be doing predictions for both weeks on this video. So with that being said, let's get straight into my predictions for this show. So starting off with July 1st, the first match we have is Private Party with Matt Hardy versus Santana and Ortiz of Pride and Powerful. I don't necessarily remember why the match is actually happening, but I'm glad it's happening because Pride and Powerful and Private Party, they're both two really good tag teams. I'm sure they're going to have a really good match in here. I'm going to go with Private Party to win this match. Seems like Matt Hardy's kind of taking them under their wing as like their mentor, you know, with Matt Hardy having the, Jeff Hardy, being the brothers and then the brother team, It makes sense. I like it. It could definitely segue into a future tag title match with Private Party. So I'm going to go with them winning this match and kind of get them leaderboards because they're not even on the charts as far as I know. So let's get them on there. Let's get them on. I'm going to go with Private Party to win this match. Next up, we have another tag team match between a team of MJF and Wardlow versus Jurassic Express. This feud kind of dates back to MJF and Jungle Boy from AEW Double or Nothing, and even before that, they had a singles match. It's kind of been a lower card, not really quite upper card feud. I mean, it's not. I don't want to say the build up to this match hasn't really been prevalent because they did have that brawl, but I don't think it's really, a big match. I mean, it's good. It's an exciting match because all four men are really talented. We get to see Wardlow and Luchasaurus go at it again, so I'm excited for that aspect of it. Going into this, I'm going to go with MJF and Wardlow to win this match. I think sooner or later we're going to start getting into MJF going after Jon Moxley for the AEW Championship, and I think that starts here. So I'm going to go with MJF and Wardlow to take the W. Then we get into the first of 3 championship matches on this show. We have Hikaru Shida defending her AEW Women's Championship against Penelope Ford. Or Penelope Ford, I guess is technically her name. I gotta be honest, this is probably the match I'm least excited for. I think Hikaru Shida is one of the best women's wrestlers in AEW. Penelope Ford, I honestly, I can't attest to her. I think she's probably one of the least talented. I try not to be rude about it, but I just don't think she's all that good. I mean, I don't want to say that she hasn't had a single good match in her entire wrestling career, but I have yet to see it. Maybe Hikaru Shida pulls it out of her here, so I'll give it the benefit of the doubt with Hikaru Shida. We'll see what happens there. I'll go with Hikaru Shida to retain her title. I don't see a reason for Penelope to win, so I'm gonna go with Hikaru Shida to come out of this still your AEW Women's Champion. We didn't get into what I assume will be the main event, but what shouldn't be, and hopefully won't be. We have Cody defending his TNT Championship against Jake Hager. This match is literally just built off of Jake Hager coming out and challenging Cody for the championship like 3 Dynamites ago. Why it is on the Fyter Fest card, I'll never know, but it's happening. It's there. This is probably the match I would probably turn the channel for. I don't care to see this match whatsoever. Jake Hager does nothing for me. Cody, I like him, but I don't know. This match does nothing for me. I don't care to see it myself. I'm going to go with Cody to retain the championship. I don't see why Jake Hager should beat him, so Cody retains. Then we get into the last match on this card. Kenny Omega and Heyman Page defending their AEW Tag Team Championships against the Best Friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent. The Best Friends literally have had to scratch and claw to keep that #1 ranking, literally defending their #1 contender spot, I think twice, for God knows what reason. So they definitely have earned the right to be in this match. You would think with the way they're kind of build up to this point, they would be warranted to win the championships, but I don't think it is Kenny and Page's time to drop the titles just yet. When they drop it, I don't necessarily know, but I don't think it's here, and I don't think it's to the Best Friends. So I'm going to go with Kenny Omega and Heyman Page to retain the AEW Tag Team Championships. And that is Fyter Fest Night 1. Let's now get into the July 8th edition on Night 2. I mixed that up. I guess Night 2's edition on July 8th. There we go. Starting off, we have an 8-man tag between FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood. They're teaming with the Young Bucks to take on the Butcher and the Blade and the Lucha Bros, Pentagon Jr., and Rey Fenix. I'm super excited for this match. Like, you can't even... There's so much going on here. You have FTR teaming with the Young Bucks. You have FTR versus the Lucha Bros, who, bar none, the Lucha Bros have been one of the best tag team acts in AEW, period, end of story. I mean, you can also lump in there Kenny Omega, Heyman Page, and the Young Bucks. When you look at the trajectory of, like, what are the best tag team matches, the common trend usually is the Lucha Bros or the Young Bucks. So the Young Bucks and Lucha Bros be going at it again. That's great. Them with FTR, Butcher and the Blade, I don't want to make it seem like they are a non-factor, but they could get some stuff in here. It's just a great amalgamation of tag teams in here that I'm super excited to see. To build more to FTR versus the Young Bucks, which I am assuming is happening at All Out, I'm going to go with FTR and the Young Bucks to win this match. We then get into a 6-man tag team match between Colt Cabana, Brody Lee, and Stu Grayson of the Dark Order going up against SCU of Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky. Where has Scorpio Sky been these last few weeks? I have no idea. I've seen a promo package for him, but I don't think I've actually seen him physically on Dynamite in like a while. But he's back. Good to see him back. Dark Order, it's been a very... They've been getting TV time, but it's been a very weird placement for them in terms of like what exactly their role is supposed to be on Dynamite and AEW right now after Brody Lee lost to Jon Moxley, Double or Nothing. I don't know what to think about them at the moment. I want to say that they're going to win this match so that way they can kind of stabilize and, you know, make it seem like they're a threat. But just the weird and odd booking of the faction, I don't know how they're going to really bounce back and get back up to that top ranking, honestly. But I'm still going to go with the Dark Order to win this match. Maybe Colt Cabana gets the pin. Who knows? I want to see what happens to Anna Jay, too. Hopefully she shows up on this show. We have Nia Rose is going to be in action. Don't know why exactly they didn't just announce her opponent. Guess that's going to be a squash match. Would have rather them like just announced Nia Rose versus Big Swole or Nia Rose versus like, I don't know, Jane Doe, but just Nia Rose, so she's on the show. That's it. Oh yeah, she has an announcement to make too, so we'll see what happens there. We also then get into Lance Archer versus Joey Janela. This match is literally just built off of Joey Janela getting attacked by Lance Archer after his tag team match with Sonny Kiss and the Dark Order. I don't care for this match, honestly. I would have rather have been Lance Archer versus Sonny Kiss, but Janela, I guess he's going to sell his ass off for Lance Archer. I think they're going to definitely try to get him back up, Lance Archer at least, after taking that L to Cody. Definitely want to build him back up for something. Maybe the TNT Championship again. Maybe Jon Moxley. We get Jon Moxley, Lance Archer, this time in AEW. Who knows? But I'm going to go with Lance Archer to win this match. That brings us to the top two matches happening here on Fyter Fest. One of those being the match I'm most excited for, Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy. It's been very interesting to kind of decipher exactly who's going to come out of here to winner, because it's like it can go either way, and you know, it's easy to say, oh, Chris Jericho wins, but honestly and truly, I can see this scenario playing out where Orange Cassidy gets like the fluke victory or slip on a banana peel victory over Chris Jericho, and he loses it and just snaps and like starts destroying Orange Cassidy, or like somebody who like might face Chris Jericho later on, maybe like Mike Tyson, because they were building that up. He comes out and distracts him, and Orange Cassidy wins. I can see Orange Cassidy possibly winning. However, I don't think it's very high, and I do think Chris Jericho will come out of this match the winner. So I'm going to go with Chris Jericho to win this match. Then we get into the main event of that night, which I think is the most in doubt out of all the matches, and that is Jon Moxley versus Brian Cage for the AEW Championship. I say this is most in doubt because Jon Moxley's wife, Renee Young, has come down with CV. That being said, they share the same air. They live in the same house. Unless they're doing their own type of quarantine away from each other. Even if they are, they've literally been in the same house for like years and months even before she got it. So if she has it, there's a good chance Jon Moxley might have it. Now, of course, Jon Moxley does have to go get tested, and we don't know the results. He may not actually have it, but the chance of him having it is way greater than the chance of him not having it. So there is a question about, is this match even going to happen? If it doesn't happen, I think Jon Moxley should just keep the title. I don't see him relinquishing it or having to get stripped of it. That wouldn't be fair, especially because he, you know, it's not his choice. It's not something he can control. If he has to be out for an extended period of time, maybe, but I don't know if I would just give it to Brian Cage. Now, if he, and I think there's a good chance this probably won't happen, If he is able to defend the title against Brian Cage, I believe that Jon Moxley will retain the championship. Even though Brian Cage is the hot new thing in AEW, and he's big and bulky, and he could be the next new monster, he literally just came in. I mean, I'm surprised they actually just gave him the win at Double or Nothing, and they didn't just wait it out to do it. Instead, they did it at Fyter Fest of all places. But because it's such a short period of time in between when he won, when he came in, and when the championship match is happening, I can't honestly see them going with Brian Cage as the AEW champion. It would shock the hell out of me if that happened. Would be pissed, honestly, but I don't think I would lobby for it. So I'm going to go with Jon Moxley to retain the AEW championship. And that is my predictions for AEW Fyter Fest starting tomorrow on July 1st. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Let your boy know. I love you guys as always, and I will see you all tomorrow for night 1 of Fyter Fest. Peace out, guys.